got you balanced on one of the wheels right now. I stopped at America's favorite Chipotle on the way back from town. As I'm sitting here eating, thinking about lighting, and so I pulled up one of my favorite YouTube channels, Gaffer and Gear. He makes incredible videos, just a wealth of information, anything lighting department that you would want to know. I found him looking through gear reviews, looking at different lights, budget lights that I was hoping to purchase. He's incredibly thorough in his gear reviews, but he also makes great behind the scenes, the shoots that he works on. And at the end of the behind the scenes video I was watching today, he started talking about comments that he's been receiving, basically people that are shocked that he's giving away this information for free, and that he ought to create educational courses or something like that. He talked about his reasoning for the YouTube channel. One, to show the people that are higher up in the industry than him, and people at the top of the food chain. And he wants to show them that a gaffer isn't just someone who puts lights on stands. That even in a simple shoot, he said it was simple, it seemed like a huge shoot to me, but even in a simple shoot like he was showcasing in that video, there's so much thought and care that goes into every lighting setup. He's very humble about the way he talks about his experience and his knowledge. I appreciate that very much. And then his second reasoning was he wants to give the next generation of gaffers a way into the industry, or at least supply a little bit of information. This is very difficult to find gaffers giving lighting information. You can find a lot of DPs that'll teach you about lighting, which some of my favorite YouTube channels are DPs teaching me about lighting and theory and color and camera, but it's harder to find a gaffer talking about that. So if you're looking for someone who is not in this for selfish reasons, check out Gaffer and Gear. Stuff's awesome. I just finished up my burritos, so now I'm just rambling. Need to stop procrastinating and finish up this cart. Check this out. So this one's in. I got the nuts. Now I just need to put holes in the rest of these guys. I'm gonna get to it.
So it doesn't take much force to get a really good lock off on these. Now, to give you some idea there, if you own Avengers, if this was an Avengers C-stand, the amount of tightness I've got in this, I'd have to do something like that. Advertised for $224 US. And at that price, they're not even US here. The price of yours we'll have a look at in this episode is the turtle base version of their C-stand. So with a turtle base, the difference between a two...
Okay, got all four on. Time for a test. Oh yeah. The wheels, they're not much bigger. I mean, they're twice the size. But they, even just that little crack, that crevice at the end of this 4-block paved section, it's like the cart struggled on those other tires, those other casters. They kept getting stuck. So I think it's time to weigh this thing down, totally load it out, and see if I still like how it handles. Seems to be working pretty good. You can turn that music down. Like a dream. This piece I just put on yesterday or the day before. It's a little bit wobbly for my liking, but it does give me a spot to just very quickly mess with camera. Not really meant to be a shooting stand, more like a working stand. A-cam, audio kit, and then I don't have a good spot for this boom yet. This is the new K-Tech pole. I made this kind of ghetto. Sorry, let me turn this down. I made this little scabbard for it. It's seriously just I think it's a cardboard box from a Bear canister I bought. And then that's got a trash bag around it. And then that's duct taped. And then I did the same thing basically with the cap. But had to do that last minute for that sea kayaking trip. Make sure I got no moisture in that bad boy. This is one of the new heads I picked up. I'm digging it so far. I used it on the wedding, and then I used it a little bit for Sequest for interviews. Shot like 5 interviews with it so far, as well as wedding coverage, so seems cool. We'll see if it holds up. If anybody sees this and knows the name of these clamps, let me know. I picked these up for super cheap at the Rotary in Bainbridge this year. They're super dope. They have this tiny little baby pin and then a big removable baby pin, so that's cool. I've gotten to use those a few times on shoots now. Really digging them. I did actually find out what they are. Manfrotto makes a version called the Skyhook. A lot of the other companies just call them adjustable gaffer grips, but Mia's heard me say it on set. I think I'm going to call these Skyhooks. And it's the same company as the C Plus stand I picked up. See if you can see that. I have no clue what this company is. Fancier? Finbian? No clue. But sorry, my hands are all cut up from barnacles. Wearing these today. Got all oily. Need to change them out. I don't know what that company is yet. If you know, let me know. Using the shaft of the C Plus stand, just holding the heavy crates on the bottom. Lighting kit, light dome, camera kit, lenses, wires, 3-wire and stuff, and chargers. Moving blankets, and then there's some tools, clamps, contractor bags, little seat cushion, and some other little cases. This is my go bag, everything I need. Stand holder seems to be working okay. Seems to go over stuff pretty well. If I grab it low. It could not go over hoses before. Not even with 2 people. There's no way it was gonna go through gravel. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's pretty tough. Especially on this hill. Oh crap. No! I just felt one of the wheels bust off. Shoot. Look, it's clean busted. That is bad news. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Shoot. Was not expecting that to happen. That tells me that the holes I drilled through those bolts were just too big for the bolts. Created stressors on either side. Just snapped it. Oh man. That sucks. Yeah, check that out. I don't know how well you can see that. There's the hole I drilled. Right there. Just snapped on either side. Got way too thin. Don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Okay, some time has gone by since I saw you last. Only busted one of the legs off, one of the wheels. It was busted off about about halfway, right where you see that hole on the other rod, is busted right there. So that doesn't leave you with very much bolt to work with. And it's compromised. So all 4 of the other ones, even though the hole is fairly centered, there's not much real meat on either side of it. So all the 3 others were gonna snap eventually. Went to Lowe's and I found these couplings. They're a little bit smaller than the nuts we were using before. And by smaller, I'm talking about the external diameter. It's just, instead of 3/4, it's 11/16. So 3/4 already had a bit of play in their receiver holes. So I need to minimize that. What we're doing is thread those couplings on, makes the bolt just a little bit longer. It acts as a splint to give more strength to that compromised area. And then we are taping it up with electrical tape, basically to shim it and get rid of that gap. So now it's going to be a friction fit. So I take this, put it in my receiver hole. Oh, that one's too small. I need more tape on it, but what I did on the other 2. Once I got it in, I just slowly went around with the dead blow hammer until I was able to get it in. It takes quite a few whacks, but the other 2 are solid, I think. I'm not going to test them tonight. It's getting pretty late. I'm going to finish up with these 2, and then tomorrow I'll test it out with some weight. I think I'm also overloading the cart a little bit, so that added on to that failure. But hopefully I can continue to overload the cart without any more issues. Anyways, I'll test it tomorrow. We'll see how it goes.